Coming up next, after a brief message between Master and disciples on Supreme Master Television. Gain new insights about life and the universe through words of wisdom from Supreme Master Chinghai's spiritual lectures.
If we step beyond this material existence into the world of light and reality, even just one moment, we will know that this life is not the only and is not the best life there is.
Words of wisdom from Supreme Master Chinghai's spiritual lectures on Supreme Master Television.
We invite you to listen to the following discussion by Supreme Master Chinghai with association members in New York, USA, entitled True Love.
I wish you would handle your love and use it accordingly, and then we can conquer the world in 1 minute. But instead, you always throw your love at me and squeeze me and confine me. You know, with your love, you don't know what that feels. You never do. Well, maybe something close like you're not in love with somebody, but that somebody is extremely, intensely in love with you, and he pursues you and he chases you and he, he spies on you anywhere. That's the way you make me feel. I'm sorry, unfortunately, that's what it is. If it sounds very bad, forgive me, but it's truly, sometimes I feel, I need space. You do love me, that's for sure, definitely. No need insurance for that. But your love is so intense. Yes, truly. I cannot work with you if you carry your love around on your shoulder like that, without diffusing it, without controlling it. Just like you have a very good radio or television, but you don't control the volume to adjust for your hear ability and your space ability, as well as those of the neighbors, and it become a disturbance and annoyance instead of a pleasure. But never mind. I will keep telling you like this all the time until the day I die. And then you will keep doing what you do and loving me the way you do, just until the day you die. And we both try very hard to accommodate each other. Well, that's the way it is. I can't work with you. I tell you, really, truly, it could have been much better. This, for example, the fashion show last night. Our motive sometimes very, very pure. Most of the time, very pure. For example, if I want to show something, right, like the clothing, I didn't even intend to do the fashion show, just because some of our disciples and our friends are in the fashion business, and they think my clothes is more than up to international standard. More than... So they asked me to present it to the world, and after a lot of thinking or not thinking, I say, okay. And once I say, okay, my God, a lot of work to do. I cannot imagine. They keep telling me that they are experts. They know everything. And my secretary also say, I did it before, she did it before. She knows everything. Okay. So I say, wow, then you do it. No problem. But once I say, okay, I have to do everything. Oh, God. So I thought, I get the professional help, better, because I cannot rely on disciple. But but then sometimes they don't get enough the professional help and they get anybody else. And then I don't know who is professional, who is not. And it's a mess. And they come in and with their professional thinking, they mess up our things too. For example, I design my things, the white go with this and the purple go with that. We fix everything in one set, ready. So anybody who's a model can just take the whole set and fix herself up without even help. But of course they do have help. I'm the only one that don't have help. Each model has one person to wear the clothes for them, fix the shoes for them, fix the hair for them, fix the makeup for them. Each person, different. There is a makeup artist, there is a hair dresser, there's a dresser, shoe dresser, a fingernail dresser, flower dresser, for example, like that. But anyhow, we fix everything in one set, so they can do it. But the professional came in without knowing my intention and a different opinion. They mix everything up. Oh, this don't go with this. Too small, too big, too little, too much. And then they mix, instead of, adding things, slowly doing it. They take everything out. And then their things are not enough to replace it even. Therefore, it's a mess in the stage. It was the first day. And so some of our disciples think, okay, no more professional. We do it ourselves. I get into more trouble. Okay. And then anyhow, so they took a lot of disciples in and trained all over again. Last night. The first night we have different people, all professional. The second night we have all different people, all unprofessional. And I have to work through all this brain power, all these egos, all these characters, all these personalities, all these differences. So it's not only a blessing that I'm here, it's a miracle. So enjoy me, okay? Enjoy me while I last. I don't know if I last too long with all this. And because, the new people come in and they don't know many things. But at least because they don't know, they don't argue too much. Well, there's good point and bad point. But the worst point is when I step in and work with them. I told them I'm one of the workers. We work together to make this show. Don't look up on me as a master because I have to work now. But no chance. As soon as I step in, everybody, you know what it's like. I cannot describe it. I don't know why. And I have to work, concentrating, and fix everything as a mess already. And I have to, at the same time, deal with their emotion. Deal with their intensive care. But everybody come try to take care of me and try to make me feel loved and welcome. It's not necessary. I said, I'm one of your workers today. It takes nerves and energy to withstand all this loving energy directing to you at all times, in all directions. It's really, can you believe it? You know what it's like? This tremendous amount of energy. It just makes you unbalanced, unnerving if you're not stable enough. If you're not strong enough, and I'm only so small. Whew. Talking about Kung Fu. I'm the master. Wow. You beat me all the time with your love. Oh, God. And how can you deal with that? If somebody hates you, it's easy, right? It's easy. Because they don't want to see you, and you don't want to see them. And both of us are in peace. But when somebody loves you with such an intensity of fire, of the first love, of the last love, of the forever lasting love, oh, God. That's how I have to work through. it takes tremendous amount of resistance and, strong power and whatever it is. I don't know. I feel often shattered, When I come home, I say, no, last time I see them, last time. But when I saw you again, my heart always softened, And then I shed a few tears and I said, okay, I see you again tomorrow. And that's where my trouble begins. And it begins all the time. It always begins anew. Yeah. Why cannot you just work with me, like ordinary college or anything like that? Then we can accomplish a lot of things and save a lot of time, energy, and we can help the world much, much better. Instead, you hinder my work many times. But I cannot blame you. I cannot scold you just because you love me. That's the problem. It's just that you cannot handle your love and you don't put it in the right direction. With such a tremendous amount of love and energy, you could do anything. If you don't, only directed it in one point at me and waste it and joke me with it, then we can do everything. Why I use a professional? Okay. I tell you something. I tell you the truth. I always tell you the truth. If I could work with you, there's nothing you cannot do for me. Anything that the professional do or did last night or will do, you do even better. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Because last night's show impressed many of the designers in this country. They came and told me they also want to make show in Canada soon, in May. No, what I'm talking about? They wanted to do, and they will go to do it in May, and they say they learned a lot from our show last night. You got it? Not me, huh? They. T-H-A-Y, they. So, for example, and many people were very impressed with our work. Okay, all right. And I am the most unprofessional of all designers in this world. Okay. The reason why I can do it is the same reason why you can do it. Because we are wisdom people. We have reclaimed our original wisdom. Apart from being busy and bind with the world, we know how to escape. There's an escape exists. We know we go and get our supply every day and every time we want. Therefore, we become wise. Or we come back to the wise nature of our inborn, understand? So we can do anything we want, but only if you can control your emotion, even to me, your so-called best friend, best beloved, beautiful idol. Be blind to my presence, blind to anybody else around you. Then can you only help me. And you can accomplish everything that I want you to do and everything that you ever want to do. But you don't do that. Any one of you cannot do that up to now. That's the reason why you cannot help me. But I wish you could do the job they did. Because I know you do much better. With even love and devotion and artistic talent and wisdom. But you hinder yourself. You stop all your flow of energy and talent just because you're so intense in your love for me. For anybody, such an intensive love is no good. No good for the recipient as well as for the one who emitted. Huh? Yeah, that's right. Who emit this love, who project this love. No good for both. It takes a tremendous amount, to project something like that. and it takes a tremendous amount to reject something like that. So both are in battlefield, you know. It's very difficult, especially when I have to work, you know. When I have to deal with mundane things, that is mundane thing. And we have to do it in the, you know, worldly way. And you can't at the same time, you know, explaining or taking care of this emotional matter. But you don't know any space and time. You're above space and time. Anywhere I am, anytime I'm there, you're gone berserk. You're gone crazy. So that's the problem with us, right? It's a pity, though. And I hope that you will grow day by day and that we can work together. We can help the world better. You know, if you could have helped me, for example, last night more, we save a lot of money, save a lot of time, you know, and we could accomplish more. But I have to work through a lot of hardship alone, just because you only know how to love, but you don't know how to sacrifice that love. You ask yourself, yeah. Now you look inside and you know exactly what I tell you. You know exactly, no excuse, no camouflage, no because, but, however, nothing like that. You know exactly what I mean. You know exactly what I mean, huh? Especially those who so-called helped me last night. Yeah, you know what I mean, huh? You know very clearly. You know what you did, you know what's your intention, what's your motive, and you know what it feels like. When you work, it's purely work, all right? Dedicate yourself to that job. Just like the first one you do and the last one you ever do on earth again. Yeah? Even the master presence should not disturb you. Then you're perfect. That's why in the Zen tradition they say, if the Buddha comes, kill the Buddha. Yeah. If the devil comes, kill the devil. Kill them both. Yes, then you're free. Because if you're still attached to the Buddha, you're not free. I'm sorry to say that. Because you're not yet the Buddha. You still love the Buddha. You're not one with the Buddha. If you're already one with the Buddha, you don't know if you love or you hate. You don't even smell the difference between you and the Buddha. You don't even detect the presence of another Buddha apart from your own Buddha. You know what I mean? There's no difference then. You can't just stay and stare in the mirror all the time and love yourself. No? You do? You do that? You sick? You kaput? Oh, sometimes we do that. You know what I mean? Because when we make up or we put on some clothes and we just watching a little bit. And that's different. You know what I mean? That's different when you're intensely projecting your love into the mirror, into your own image, and love yourself. That's the same thing with what you do when you love a Buddha that way. That is your own image in the mirror. And you project all your energy there. And forget about everything else you could do. Okay, but that's a beginning. You know, first love. And when you begin to love, it's always intense like that. But I hope you grow out quickly and work together in our marriage for the children. Yeah? It's the same in the marriage, right? You know that very well. If we talk about marriage, it's easy for you to understand. You first love each other, right? The love is very intense. You can't, get away from each other. You can't bear to live without each other for 1 minute or something like that. But later, even love is still there. You must be more realistic, more practical, right? You must build a house together. You must build a life together. And then later you have to live for the sake of your offspring. That's the way we have to do. Even though the love is still there, you can't just sit there and hold each other's hand all the time, like in honeymoon time. Even though the honeymoon memory is still fresh, then you still love each other, the way you do in the first time. But, you are secure now. You have each other. You know it. So it's okay to, control the love energy in order to channel it into a more positive, more practical, more realistic way, in order to protect each other and to help each other to grow and to help the children to grow. The world is our children. We are the marriage people. We cannot stay in honeymoon all the time, but we must work for our children's sake. The younger brothers and sisters, the younger soul, the ignorant, the unblessed, the poor. You know what I mean? The poor in the soul and in the material. We cannot always hold each other's hand and look into each other's eyes and express in our love. We know we love each other. What's the big deal having to show it all the time? Is that right? Don't you know I love you? Huh? And you think I don't know you love me? I know you love me all the time. Nobody need to tell me that. Okay? But show your love by action, by your sacrifice. Sacrifice that love for something greater than personal satisfaction. Is that understandable to you? There is nothing greater than the love for a master, between a master and disciple. Nothing greater, according to the Bible and the scriptures of all religions. But I tell you, there's one more thing greater than that. To sacrifice that love for other people. Understand? Otherwise, I don't have to do anything too. I can just sit and enjoy your love and let you smother me, feed me. Or let you show your devotion. Understand what I mean? But we have to do something more meaningful than just expressing our love, which is very obvious to ourselves. I think everybody knows your love, the whole world knows. Okay? Last night, I think all the models on the stage, they have never ever received such a warm welcome and support and enjoyment like that in their life. I think so. Huh? Is that right? What? They were overwhelmed. How you know? You saw, huh? Yes, yes. Because I tell you what, model and stars, they are aloof. They are artists, yeah? Or also they are become like dull with their job, what we call professional sickness. They do it all the time, and everybody just tell them what to do. Walk like here, walk there, wear this, wear that. They have no individual choice. I am the one who told them, you have some individual choice. Apart from the basic, requirement from the director, you can pick up some of your own jewelry, or you think it's not enough, you fix your own. I put the whole basket, flower and things, I say, pick yours. Yes, you know what you want. And add some individual touch to your appearance, that you feel more individual, and you feel more inspired from inside. And that's how you represent it better. Oh, they did it last night. They told me, first time I told them, they told me, but we're not used to it demanding. I said, why? We're used to it, people tell us what to do. I said, no, don't have to do that here. Okay, because if otherwise you become just like a wooden mannequin, right? You have no feeling, because you don't have inspiration and no pushing force from inside to do it. You don't enjoy it. You do it just like a machine. Then it's no good. Yeah, that's why I don't come to in the dressing room all the time and telling you what to do, because I thought I leave you room for creativity. Yeah, even the director and everybody. If they ask me, then I tell them. If they don't ask me, I don't tell. Except when in some extreme case, like for some of the clothing set, I design, it must be, the headgear like that, or the footwear must be like. Some are extremely fixed. If not, it doesn't look good. All right? The others is more free. Except in that case, if they forget the headgear, then I say, please, put the headgear on. It makes a difference. Yeah. Some of the the dress must be like that. You know what I mean? For example, like the Indian people, when they go out and they wear their dress, they must have the turban, and that is a must. Something like that. Without a turban, they don't look Indian. For example, You know what I mean? In that case, then I demand. I say, you must put that on. Otherwise, I leave them free. Otherwise, I leave them with their inspiration. And very discreetly, instruct them what to do. Through somebody else, or very discreet. So they think they do it. They don't know that I do it behind the scene. That would be better. If I have to do it, mostly not very direct. I say, to design one of these clothes that you wear,